everybody. I'm your host, Marcus, and this is another episode of Marcus Speaks. If you're new to my channel and not already subscribed, go and do so. And please hit that bell icon so you can be notified for each new episode. If you're already subscribed, please share and tell somebody about the movement going on this channel. Also, please go to Facebook and look me up at Marcus Speaks. Go to Instagram at marcus.speaks.podcast and also on Twitter at Marcus Speaks Podcast. This channel is here to save one relationship at a time and one mind at a time. This isn't just my show, this is your show. So please hit that comment section with some positivity so we can keep the conversation going. So let's go into today's topic. It's another banger as usual. So today's topic is
Cuffin season.
If you don't believe me, just listen to this. Love is in the air, everywhere I look around. Love is in the air, every sight and every sound. And I don't know if I'm being foolish, don't know if I'm being wise, but it's something that I must believe in. And it's there when I look in your eyes. Love is in the air, in the whisper of the tree. Love is in the air, in the thunder of the sea. And I don't know if I'm just dreaming. Don't know if I feel safe. But it's something that I must believe in. And it's there when you call out my name. I know y'all like that because we are upon the time where we're supposed to be cuffing up with somebody, laying up with somebody, and getting, all that stuff out of our system until it warms back up again. So I wanted to dive into this topic because it's something that happens every year, and it's something that, everyone does, and everybody, if they're not in a relationship, they usually, cuff up with somebody. Now, not saying that it leads to anything, because it's just like a summer fling or whatever, and I'll cover summer fling probably later on when it warms back up and it's the summertime. But cuffing season is sort of the same thing or whatever. So it's for a longer duration, and it's more so with just one person. So let's get into this. So if anybody doesn't know what cuffing season is, the definition of it is during the fall and winter months, people who would normally rather be single or promiscuous find themselves along with the rest of the world desiring to be cuffed or tied down by a serious relationship. The cold weather and prolonged indoor activities cause singles to become lonely and desperate to be cuffed. So with that definition, we normally, when it gets cold outside, we tend to be with somebody that, we normally probably wouldn't be around normally, but not saying we wouldn't normally be around this person, but it's a cycle or whatever. It's a cycle type of thing if you're not in a relationship. But usually, when you're already in a relationship, this is normally the time where either you're getting engaged or you're setting your fall or winter wedding date. So, also I want to point out that this is also around the time where you have to get yourself in gear and get the best picks or whatever, or you'll be left with taking the low-hanging fruit, i.e. Easy pickings. So what I wanted to start with before I get into this is that I found something online which was very funny. and I'll be talking about some of this stuff while I'm talking about this topic. So I looked up Cuffin season on Google and Bing and all that, and I went into the pictures to see if they had something that would correlate with what I'm talking about. So I found this picture. It says Cuffin season agreement. So the questions are you really single? Yes or no? Do you have your own transportation? Yes or no? Do you have any stalkers? Yes or no? Any children and how many? Yes or no? Can you text at work? Desire public appearance? Hold on, all that's together. So wait a minute. Can you text at work? Yes or no? Desire public appearance? Yes or no? We'll be spending the night? Yes or no? And this is around Christmas time if you guys make it this long. Is exchanging Xmas gifts? Yes or no? So I thought that was pretty funny or whatever. So with the whole cuffing season thing that's upon us or whatever, this is also the season to start spoiling the person or spoiling the people if you built like that, to be with the person or people that you want to be around and spoil them. You got 6 months, so go all out. So when it starts warming up around May, you know what I'm saying, you don't really have to worry about that if you're not already trying to figure out if you want to be with this person or not. But usually cuffing season isn't really for that. But if you do reach that part of the relationship where you guys been fucking with each other for the past 6 months and you want to take it to the next level, I also found another picture that was funny as fuck, and it's called the Bay application. So basically it's name, age, height, and hobbies. The questions are: have you ever been a thought? Yes or no? Are you willing to drop your hose? Yes or no? Are you a good cuddler? Yes or no? So you guys write this out and then pass it to your cuddle buddy during cuffing season. So I want to get into it now. So what I saw that the cuffing season schedule is, you scout for potential mates, which is, I would say do 5. Don't go crazy. 3 to 5, I would say, is a good number. That's scouting time between August 1st and August 31st. So drafting time comes around September 1st to September 30th. That's when you place who you want to be around you, and then you go from there. So tryouts is, I feel as though tryouts and drafting should be flopped. So tryouts is September 1st to September 30th. Drafting time is between October 1st to October 31st. So after you got your picks, you got who you want to be with, preseason starts. I'm using football analogies because that's the only thing that I can really think of to make this make sense. So preseason starts between November 1st and November 30th. So this is the prime time because during November you got Thanksgiving, and if you've been talking to said person since August and they haven't met your friends or your family, you got Thanksgiving that's in November or whatever. So if you want to do that, if you feel as though that there's something that you want to get into, then that's what you do. Um, so regular season starts between December 1st through January 15th. So this is when you guys been kicking it for a while. It's y'all feeling each other. Y'all want to see if anything goes anywhere further. So the playoffs starts between January 16th through February 13th. The reason why I say that's playoffs is because when February 13th comes, well, between February 10th to February 13th, this is your time either if you want to cut the person off or not, because Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and normally people cut each other off between Thanksgiving to Valentine's Day, because these are 3 prime times where you buy somebody like a extravagant gift, or just a little gift or whatever, just to show you appreciation. I would say that if the person that you're dealing with has a birthday between August to March, because the cuffing season schedule is between August to March. So if between August and March your cuffing buddy has a birthday around that time, then you have 4 prom dates to be fucking around with him. But really 3 to buy him something, which is Christmas, Valentine's Day, and their birthday. So, the championship starts. This is when you said, fuck it, I'm about to cut off all my hoes, and this is the person I'm about to be with. Championship starts between February 14th to March 1st. So after March 1st, that's championship to postseason. So when you're in the groove of you liking to be around this person, you ain't got nothing really to worry about, because cuffing season came and went. It's now March 2nd. You know what I'm saying? It's postseason. You don't know if you want to either be with this person. It's about to warm up pretty soon, so you got time to get yourself right for the spring and summer until cuffing season comes back around. So, this is also the season to cuddle and stay in the house, because during this time, it's too damn cold to be outside doing anything, and you rather not go out and do anything because it's too damn cold, and you don't want to, be all cold and shit and then complain and all that. But this is the time really when, it's Netflix and chill time. Like, it's time to, call over, the person you've been cuffing with for a while and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Come over. Well, I'll pop some popcorn, we'll watch some Netflix and chill, smoke something, whatever, if they into that. And, you know what I'm saying? That's what y'all did. So, along with that, I would say, it's you being there at the house or at her house, or, around this time, this is also the time for you to plan nice dates to go places or wherever. I would say, myself personally, a couple good places to take your cuddle buddy during cuffing season is the movies, a nice restaurant such as like Cheesecake Factory or something like that, or a restaurant that's like a 4 to 5 star. A comedy show that's at like a comedy club that's more, that's more of an intimate setting, because, with the whole arena thing or whatever, it's too much noise, so like you really can't conversate with the person that you're with all that much. So I would say at like a comedy club, try to find one either, if you're well, on my side of things, on the East Coast, we have DC, Baltimore, we have Virginia, we have Philly, and I'm not too sure if Wilmington, Delaware has comedy shows like that, but between these places in New Jersey, so like New Jersey, Philly, Delaware, Baltimore, and DC, on my side of a thing. So just take them to a nice comedy show, whatever. Have a couple laughs, and with that, try to make it worth their while to be around you. Like, you don't want to bore your cuddle buddy to death with doing nothing all the time. Like, normally people, that's what they do, but try to be nice and do something that you ain't never done before. So I would say another thing with that is you gotta put the work in, because really I look at cuddle season, cuddle season, cuffing season, whatever you want to call it. I look at this time to flex your relationship muscles. I would say this is rather the time, if you're only into just being in the 6-month period of meeting somebody and then ending it after cuffing season stops, is you try your best to see where your strengths and your weaknesses are in a relationship. So if you're not good at one thing but you're good at another, make a mental note of what you're capable of and then go from there. And then I would say, with your weaknesses, try to strengthen them up a bit, so when you are in a relationship, you don't have a handicap. So, what else can I say about this? During this time, be honest. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with the person that you're cuffing, because the last thing you want to do, like I said, is piss the person that you're with off, because other than you being with this person, you don't know if this person also is cuffing somebody else. You want yourself to be the prime objective and the main focal point and focus of the person that you cuffing, because not only do you want to put a good foot forward, you also want to make it worth their while during the time that you're around them, because like I said, you could naturally be putting yourself in a relationship that you can see yourself with this person for a little while longer instead of just cuffing season. So if you got hoes and thoughts and all that during this time, do your thing. If not, if this is your main focus for during cuffing season, hey, do your thing. So, also I would like to say is be available at all cost, because this is cuffing season. You never know, where you gonna be, what type of bind you gonna be in. And normally, to the dudes, and for females too, if you into females, this is a prime time to be getting that pussy. But I would say, if you fucking unprotected, normally during the start of cuffing season, this is when babies start being born more, is during the cuffing season months. I can say that I was a product of cuffing season myself, because my dad and my mom, they was around each other, fucking with each other in February. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is prime. That's the playoffs. I mean the championship, the postseason. I was born in October, which cuffing season really starts in October. So, shit happens. But, also, I would say with that, this is also the time not to settle down, because you could be focusing on 100 other different things other than being in a relationship. You might want to just focus on yourself or whatever and not even participate. But if you do want to participate, this is the prime time to figure out if this is what you really want to do. But if not, don't settle down. But if you do, make sure you take your time, because you don't want to make cuffing season a point of a means to no end. Because if you figure this, you're participating in cuffing season, you kind of find yourself in a thing where you attach yourself to everybody that you meet. That's something that you don't want to do, because by attaching yourself to every person you meet, you're not really making your time valuable. Because with that, you want to pick your prospect well. And not only that, make sure y'all match well together. Make sure if she compliments you, you compliment her. Or he compliments you and you compliment him. Like, it's a give and take during cuffing season. Like, you can't be with like a booger wolf or whatever, or a fucking swamp monster around this time. Like, you want to make the time that you're around this person enjoyable, not only for yourself but for the person too. So, like I was saying, don't get attached. If you're only playing the game for what it's worth, don't get attached at any cost. Because when you get attached, feelings start to form. You start liking this person a little more than what you did, and now you got yourself in a little predicament that you don't know if you can get yourself out of, because you feel as though that you like this person. So I would say for cautionary measures, don't attach yourself unless you play the game off more than just cuffing season. All right. I want to go back into making your time available. So, like I was saying, you want to be available at all times, because, like I said, you could be getting, it could be something in it for you. So, you never know what could happen with, making yourself available all the time. But I will say, if you're making yourself available, be ready for what comes with making yourself available. Because not only do you make yourself look like a fool by making yourself available at all times, you're really showing yourself to the person of what type of person you can be. So let's say it goes past the cuffing season stage and it's a relationship. You just made her think, or made him think, that you can be available at all times. So when they call on you, you basically have to make yourself available, because that's what they perceive you to be, somebody that's always available. So I would say with my last video, go back into that, and it's a part in there where I touch base on something like this. So it was my last video. Alright, so during cuffing season, there is to be no posting of pictures on social media, or any comments, or on social media whatsoever, unless you guys come up with some type of understanding. It's rules to this shit. It's levels to this shit. You have to make yourself not seem as though that you're in a relationship. Why is this? You don't want to make yourself look like to other people, if you're only playing the game for what it's worth, that you're in a relationship. Because then you might scare off future prospects during the summer fling time. So I made myself, look like a fool during the cuffing season time frame. So when it come time to, spring coming and summer coming, girls thought I still was in a relationship. So, you don't want to have to explain yourself to other females when you're trying to holler at somebody else or whatever. Because normally, if you try to holler at somebody else and they saw your Facebook and shit, and you post pictures of other people, then they're gonna get the idea, oh, he's in a relationship, he's off limits, let me move on. So, I did that foolishness by posting pictures of myself or whatever with my cuffing buddy or whatever, a cuddle buddy, during the cuffing season months, and it drew my stock down a little bit. Like I didn't really understand why I was getting these side eyes and these comments or whatever. Like, oh, I thought you was what, homegirl. Oh, what happened to the chick you was with? And you don't want to send yourself into that constant spiral of explaining yourself. Like, it's not worth it. So, tis the season for cuddling and staying in the house. I said that. Oh, shorter and colder days lead to going straight home, into the arms of your cuddle buddy. So we've all been through this when it's getting cold outside. First thing you want to do when you get off of work is go home, or you might want to pick up something to eat and then go home or whatever. But you don't want to be out in this cold ass weather just riding around doing shit, because it's a waste of gas, number one, because you gotta warm your car up, and then it's a waste of time by just riding around, because you gotta warm your car up, drive to wherever you're going, or it's something that you don't want to do. So it's basically the time where either you come home, invite your cuddle buddy over, or you go over their house. But usually, it happens with, being invited or asking if it's okay to come over to get, just to, do Netflix and chill, or just to chill out or whatever. And consider the big picture. Will this turn into a long-term relationship? This is also continuing choose wisely. So, considering the big picture, will this turn into a long-term relationship? You don't know, because, like I said, if you're just playing the game for what it's worth, it won't turn into a long-term relationship. But if you're testing the waters out to see if you can get a prospect, so you don't have to conduct into being in cuffing season again, this is the time where you want to either be on your P's and Q's, or you want to just do your thing and whatever. But you don't want to piss anybody off, like I've been saying. You don't want to piss the person off that you're with. That's the reason why I told you, be honest with the person. Be honest with your feelings. Be honest with what your intentions are. And if y'all have an understanding to the point to where you can say, well, this is what it's going to be, and this is how I see it, and this is what it should be, then go all for it, do your thing. So with me saying that, relationships take time, effort, and development. But the key word in that is time. It's like I can compare it. I can compare a relationship to setting up a fish tank. So with a fish tank, you know, your dream is to get the fish tank, put it on a stand, make it look nice, you know, decorate it real nice, and then add fish. But what you are gonna do if you just add water and put fish in, you're gonna kill the fish. So it takes time. It takes at least, I will say it takes at least a month and a half to establish a tank. So let me go through the process. All right, so what you want to do when you get your tank and your stand and you get all your decorations and you get, you know, whatever you want to put in there. You know, you have your filter, you have your heater. Let's say you want to have it look nice with some bubbles, so you get like an air stone or whatever. So what you're doing is when you put all the stuff in, you add your water. There are certain chemicals out there that can boost the time, but if you want to go for a more natural feeling and all that, it takes time to put to get your beneficial bacteria. So with the beneficial bacteria basically helps establish the tank, so when you add fish in, you don't kill your fish, because the beneficial bacteria eats away the nitrates, and ammonias. But you'll get an ammonia spike every now and again when you're feeding your fish, or the fish are pissing and shitting inside the tank. So something to do. So how does this correlate with a relationship? Because with setting up the tank, it takes time. Number one, you have to develop your beneficial bacteria. What can I make beneficial bacteria? Beneficial bacteria within a relationship would be if you guys conversate, so basically communicate, if you get along with each other, if you're within the parameters of being able to add fish. So basically adding fishes, with the comparison, adding fish would be developing feelings. So basically when you put fish in, it develops the tank, makes it look nice. So when you have your feelings, developing whatever, the hard work that you put in to decorate it, the fish makes the tank pop more. It makes it look better because now you have moving things in there to make your tank look nice. So that's developing feelings. All right. So with the effort part of it, within a fish tank is you putting in effort is feeding your fish. So basically with feeding the person that you're with, it's feeding them with compliments, feeding them with positivity, making sure y'all mesh well or whatever. So you guys establish. But as I've been saying, if you just want to play the game for what it is, play the game for what it is. But with a woman, you do have to be like more sentimental, and you have to listen more or whatever. So don't take that out of the picture to where you don't do those things while you're in the relationship. All right, so this one I will say is a big one, but it's not to look over either. So cuffing season isn't the time to juggle relationships and try to go further in your career. Oh shit, sorry. Cuffing season isn't the time to juggle the relationship and try to further yourself, such as your career and other things such as financial and like mental things. If bettering yourself is is more on your list, is further on your list, and just being in a little event that only happens for a little while, then do that. But like I said, you shouldn't be doing both. You shouldn't be trying to entertain somebody and try to better yourself at the same time, because two things can't occupy the same space. So you have to pick and choose which one's more important. Usually people will say, well, bettering myself is more important than just having a fling. I understand that. But if you're on the type of time where you already have yourself established, already have yourself financially established or whatever, then participate. You never know where it might lead to. You never know what you might, develop within the time of being in cuffing season. Alright, so, above all, with cuffing season, enjoy yourself. This is a time for enjoyment. Yeah, it's cold outside. You can't really do much. It's not really a lot of things that that draw you outside of the house, such as like during the summer when you can go to the beach or take longer durations of vacations or whatever. So just enjoy yourself for the time being of what it is. Like, it's only for a little while. It's only something that you can do that you feel as though might make you happy for the time being until the warmer months come and you can do more with yourself. And not only that, I would say make it enjoyable for the person that you fucking with. Like, don't just single them out because you're about yourself. Like include them in certain things also. Like don't be an asshole. So the prime question, I would say, with all of this being said, is to cuff or not to cuff. That is the question. And that's not up to me to tell y'all if you should or if you shouldn't. That's only up to you. So let me leave y'all with that. Cuffing season's here. It's August. It's September 1st. Sorry, it's Saturday. So it's September 1st. It's basically now. It's drafting time. So you should have been on your shit during August. So I would say now, get yourself together, get yourself ready, and this is the time to do your thing. So to cuff or not to cuff, that is the question that I'm giving to y'all. Okay, everybody, this is coming to a close. Before I go, I would like to say, going to your social media, look me up, and all the other stuff. So like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you haven't already done so. Follow me on social media if you're not already doing so. And I'd just like to say thank y'all for listening. And as always, I am Marcus, and this is Marcus Speaks. Thank you, and have a nice day.